I've come back down and cross the stream back down there, so I can come up on the right hand side here and just get underneath these trees to point the camera up to the waterfall. But it's all soft mushy here now. But there you go, you can see the waterfall coming down now, splashing off the rocks as it goes into this stream at the bottom here. So this is coming all the way down the hill, all the way down this rocky brook, and all the way back down to the main river down there, look, where the sun's shining. So it's a nice day for it anyway. So that's the waterfall that I missed the last time I came here. So this is one of the reasons why I came back to get this. And now I'm going further along to see SWINNERGILL, where you cross the wooden footbridge to get across that as well. And on Gary Fisher's video, he goes up, he actually climbs up the river with his friend, the blonde lad that he goes with. So that's what inspired us to come and do this walk. But I don't know if I'll be able to scramble through the gorge and that, because it looks like it's some quite high climbing. I brought my gloves, my rubber gloves, just in case, but I might end up just going along the farmer's track from Crackpot Hole mining ruins and go the easier way for me. But at least I'll be able to see what the path's like if I go over the top. But there's the waterfall, it's beautiful, isn't it? Right, so I'll bring you back. Right, so one last look at the waterfall area through the trees there. And now I'm going to go back down these rocky bits of grass area, back down at the main track. And then just continue along the road towards SWINNERGILL area and the other mine ruins by that. So this is part of the Muker to Skeld walk along this road track at the bottom here, after you cross the bridge from Muker and just follow the river all the way up. There's loads of old barns and abandoned barns on the other side there when you walk along. Well, this whole valley is beautiful, well worth a visit. Right, so I'm just going to follow this stream all the way back down now to the road, then turn right again. Start heading up towards SWINNERGILL. That's S-W-I-N-N-E-R, SWINNERGILL. Right, so back through this reed grass and back onto the main track. The dog's funny. He's found a massive tree that he's dragging out the plantation there. You can hear the oyster catchers there, 3 of them. Right, I hope this is not on a boggy marsh that I'm going to be walking through here now. It will be wet though with the morning dew. As long as I didn't have to wade through bloody massive puddles of water. It's not too bad so far. Right, that's it. Now, next thing is to look out for sheep up to the right here. And if there is, I'll have to put him back on his leader now. But I'm glad I got a glimpse of that waterfall, because that's what I came to see last time, but it was too dark. And now that we're getting into the summer months, the trees are overgrown so you can't see it. From here anyway, so that's why I went up close to get a good view of it. Right, so that's where that stream's running down, going through the pipe there, look. And going under the road. Right, so I'm going up there now, off to the right. And you keep going round till you hit the S-bend in the road where it goes down towards SWINNERGILL, and there's a little wooden footbridge across it. That's where I'm heading next. So I'll bring you back. Right, so I'm just looking up the valley now towards SWINNERGILL area where the river comes down the valley, and you can just see all bits of ruins of mining on the left hand side there, the wall, and there's Crackpot Hole over there just above those tree line. I'll go around the S-bend, go up to that and visit the old Crackpot Hole, and then there's a farmer's track road goes round from it and goes round and up the valley of SWINNERGILL. So instead of scrambling up there through it, which may be quite difficult for me in some places, I'll take the easy route and go by the road. Then once I've checked it out and I see I can do it, I'll come back and actually do it again in the summer months of July or something like that, August, when it'll be warm and dry and not so slippy rocks and stuff like that. So I'll probably be able to make it. So lots of photographers go there to Crackpot Hole and point the camera back down here into the valley here. Right, so I'll bring you back. I'm just looking over there to the road that leads you up to the track that takes you up to Crackpot Hole, old ruins of the mine. And it looks like there's like a scramble path goes up the side of the hill just past the tree line. So you go up and round the S-bend past Swinnergill stream, and then there's a scramble path going up the side of the hill, which I've done a zoom shot of, so I can see what it looks like when I get back home, put it on the computer. But I can just see the ruins, and I can see like a farm building or something up on the top underneath the cliffs there, and it looks like that's the track leading off and round. So that'll take you up on the top of Swinnergill to the left of it. So when I get up there and have a look at the road going along, I'll make a decision what I want to do. Whether I want to actually climb through Swinnergill Valley and follow the river up, or just go along the track along the top and look down into it and just see what it's like. Because when I get right at the top of the valley, the road bends round to the right and starts going over towards Gunnerside Gill, and that's the way I'll be going back down towards Gunnerside to pick up the car. But I mean, it's still early in the morning now, I've just got here, so I've got plenty of time to decide what I want to do and which route to go. But for now, I'm going along this road. There's a grass track takes you up and round the right hand side of Swinnergill as well. I can just see it up there where there's a tree sticking up the side of the hill. So I'll stop and take a picture of that as well, so I can remember that as well. Stay there, son. I remember passing this stream coming down from the hills up there as well when I came along here in the dark, and this is where all the sheep were then as well. There was loads of them just sitting on the road when I came along. Then they shifted out the way and came high up the road here, and then they all gathered here. So obviously the grass is much better where the water's running, so they stop eat here. But once again, this is coming all the way down through these rocks and then going underneath the road and then continuing down into the River Swale at the bottom there, look. So I'm continuing around the S-bend now and drop down to where the bridge goes across where Swinnergill runs down. All I've seen along these tracks as well is dead rabbits, and obviously where the crows have been picking at the guts. Right, so I can just see that grass track going up and round the side of Swinnergill there now. So to get to it, you've got to go through a little gate on the right hand side, I think, further on this track. But I'll point it out as I get there. Wait, son, wait, you're pulling, man. Wait. So I'll bring you back. I'm getting to the point on this stony road track now where I'll be bending around the right and dropping down around the S-bend to go to where the Swinnergill stream comes downhill over the rocks. Tiny little stream coming down there under this tree. Do you want a drink, son? Yeah, get a drink, yeah. Get a drink. What? Get a drink. Good boy. No, he mustn't want one. He's been drinking in every stream, like, so he's not really dry and thirsty. Right, so I'll film until I get round this corner, start dropping down the S-bend to the wooden bridge that takes you across the Swinnergill. And I'm still looking uphill and on to see which is the best way to go up to the Crackpot Hole ruins. That's a mouthful, that. So I came back along from Kild on that side of the river through loads of boggy marsh pathway. So it's all soaking wet along there, so that's why people prefer to come on this side, because of the stony track. At least it's not soft and marshy and boggy. Right, so you're basically still coming along the valley, look, and following the River Swale. That's S-W-A-L-E, Swale, all the way up here. And if you continue to follow it all the way to the top, it takes you to Kisland Force, then eventually the village of Kild, where the waterfalls are coming down from. Right, so that pathway that you get onto to go around over the top of Swinnergill must be coming up on the right here somewhere, because I remember seeing a wooden gate in the wire fence up there on the right somewhere. So I'll make a note of that when I get past again. It's just like a grass track that goes around the corner past that tree. I can see the grass track from here, but I can't see where you get to it yet. Just concentrating when I'm walking for these stones, tripping over all the time. Right, so there's the grass track going behind those trees. So you follow the wire fence round, and I think there's a gate takes you through further around here somewhere. I think it's just on the corner of this wire fence where people have gone up through the long fern and clambered over. But as you can see, it's all overgrown now. Loads of water coming through the rocks in here, going down there to meet the main stream. Right, I'm just looking for this little gate that'll take you through the corner of the wire fence there. And I think people scrambled up the side of the wire fence over there, look, because you can see where the path's been around to the left, where they've gone up and turned left and gone along past that tree sticking out. Right, so let's have a look. There it is, there's the gate there, look. So when I watched Gary Fisher's video, it looked like the two of them had gone to the left of the ruins and scrambled along a sheep's trail to the left of the waterfalls to get past the first hurdle. But that's where people go up the side of that fence there, looking, and go off up to the right. So you just keep to the left of the fence. You don't need to go through the gate. And the pathway just takes you up and round past that tree sticking out the side of the hill. See, once again, I've got to think about my disability for one, and think about the dog climbing over through turnstile gates for two. So I've always got to look for the easiest option for me in both senses of the word. But I just want to put this on video so I can see where the path's leading off up to. So I'll stop and take a picture of it. I've started recording again because I'm getting close to the S-bend where you go downhill towards the little wooden footbridge that takes you across SWINNERGILL. But I'm pointing my camera back down the valley where I've just come up from, and that's going back down towards the village of Muker, M-U-K-E-R, Muker. It sounds like M-O-O-K, but it's M-U-K-E-R, Muker. And there's you can just see the waterfalls coming down there now. So I think what Gary and his friend did, they went up the track a little bit there where it bends out the right, and then went along that sheep's trail to get past the waterfalls and then start going through the valley. Right, so round this S-bend we'll go. But like I say, I think the best bet for me and the dog is to go up to the Crackpot ruins and then go along the road, the farmer's track right across the top, and I'll be able to look down into the valley to see how hard it is or how easy it is. Right, so round the S-bend we'll go. And here's your white water rapids coming down from underneath the little footbridge, look. And the waterfalls are higher up. So when I watched Gary Fisher's video, the blonde lad clambered up the top of the ruins there and got up onto the sheep's trail and started walking along past the waterfalls on the top left there. So that's the way he went. But like I say, most people just go up that grass track round the side of the hill up there, past that tree, and then just scramble right across the top of the valley up there on the right hand side. But there's a wire fence halfway along coming down, so I don't know how we get past that bit. But this is why I want to go up high and look down into it, see how difficult it is. Right, so down this S-bend we'll go to the wooden footbridge. Right, I'm going to stop recording for now and take pictures of these waterfalls and the bridge. I'll bring you back. Okay, I'm at the mine ruins at the start of the SWINNERGILL, where the waterfall's come down, and it comes all the way down here to meet the wooden footbridge across. It runs all the way back down there and joins the main River Swale at the bottom. So this is quite a nice area to stop and have a picnic as well. I'm just going to go further up the track where the dog is now to point my camera underneath these trees so I can see the waterfall better from the top left hand side where the big boulder is. I'll get the best shots I can before I move on up there towards Crackpot Hole, the mining ruins. Where's your stick? Yeah, get a stick. Get it, son. Good boy. Good boy. Get a stick. So all this is part of some sort of building at one time. See the archway that's built in, same as the one at the front there. These all must be like old lime kilns or something. But look at the size of that boulder down there, man. Right, so I'm just going to scramble a little bit further along and up so I can get a clear shot of the waterfalls without these trees overhanging. I think most people must go down there and climb around the rocks. But I'm just going to go up there at the top of that grassed area there where there's two boulders are sticking out. I'll be able to get a little clearer shot. I don't know, I think the best bet's to go down there. So I'll have to stop recording and I'll bring you back. Right, so there you have it. A nice bird's eye shot of the waterfalls coming down SWINNERGILL. So I've had to scramble up from the main path area after coming over the wooden footbridge, past these mining ruins here, just to the side, and drop down onto these rocks, and just come along the side so I can get past all these trees, so I can get a better clearer shot. Fantastic. Coming over all the drops and spreading out as it goes into a horse's tail. It's obviously fast coming down here and all these white water rapids going down towards where the bridge is. So that's why it's hard to clamber up here, and you've got to go up round the paths on the side to get higher up. Looks like there's some round cut marks engraved into stone and all just to the above the waterfall there. I'll try and stop recording and do a zoom shot of them. Right, I found the easiest way to get around the top of the waterfalls is you come up the road track through the big wooden gate there, come up so far, and then you come to this track where it bends round to go further up the track there, and just as you hit this S bend you can leave the track and go off to the right here, look, and scramble over that broken wall, and then there'll be a pathway going further along the left hand side there to get past the waterfalls. So I think this is where people come, instead of climbing up from the mining ruins down below like Gary Fisher's friend did, you just come round here. But this is where you've got to be very careful, because the dog could pull me down here. Hey, wait. But that's the thin sheep's gill that starts taking you along up the gill. But that's where his friend clambered up the rocks there to come up here in the corner. But it's a bit dodgy that, like, because all the stones are loose. One wrong foot and you're down there and smash your head open on the rocks below. But that's where you start to go up the SWINNERGILL gorge along here, this little thin sheep's trail, look. Or if you want a shortcut to go up to the Crackpot Hole mining ruins, you can just go up there and then round the corner at the top of the fence there. But it's hard going uphill, going up that way with the broken wall. So I'm just taking it all on video and I'm going to take some pictures, so if I come back here I'll make a decision which way I want to go, which is the easiest or the worst. Right, I've decided to come along this very thin sheep's trail above the mining ruins, which is really steep, so if you fall, you're a gunner. But I'm just keeping the dog under control on his short leader here and tell him to take it easy. And I'm just going to walk along the sheep's trail to that wire fence at the far side there and see if you've got to clamber over any turnstiles, but to get the dog over and that, so I might as well check it out while I'm here. And if I can't get past easy, I'll just double batten and go up the hill there to the Crackpot mine ruins. But I just wanted to check this out to see how good or bad it is. And if you can scramble down there to get to the top of the waterfalls on those big slabs and put your camera down. So that's why people come along here, so they can scramble down to those flat rocks down there and point the camera down over the waterfalls. But this is SWINNERGILL, S-W-I-N-N-E-R, SWINNERGILL. And this is where Gary Fisher and his friends scramble up all the way up they follow the stream all the way up the top